Indeed, Fambul, una good evening and welcome to Magic TV News, where they meet you live on Magic Television. Now, we third floor studios of 22 Bafo Street, opposite Zion Church, na PZ. But first, the main points them inside the news. Flick Fund Africa, now one organization where they work for bring development in Africa, as they aim now for put strength inside the film business. We go help for boost human capital development and save the country in economy. Former All People Congress Honorable Ibrahim Bundu, we serve in Parliament for over 15 years, don't give 7-day ultimatum to PPRC for revert the 6-month extension we then give to the APC executive, or it will seek redress from the appeal court for make them interpret the law. That's not the main points them. Now with the full news with me, Edward Nyake Toure. Former APC Honorable Ibrahim Bundu, we served in Parliament but over 15 years, don't give 7-day ultimatum to PPRC for revert the 6-month extension we then give to the APC executive, or it go seek redress from the Court of Appeal for make them interpret the law for them. We on Cornelius and Kurandul being witness and put this report together.
Today, at the 25-day inside match, Honorable Ibrahim Nassim Bundu invite the press for can talk about the satisfaction where PPRC the extension to the executive of the All People's Congress Party. They could go inside and see what he get for say.
Commander of the Order of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, for being here at a very, very short call. I was not happy when I entered. I know most of you here, but when I entered, nobody clapped. I don't know what I do. Good morning again. Very good to talk to the family. I'm going to make a brief statement, as already mentioned by the moderator, then ask for questions. You've already been told that I'm going to talk about the roles and responsibilities of the political parties, Regulation Commission, PPRC, as it relates to, okay, thank you very much, as it relates to regulating political parties. The Political Party Regulation Commission, formerly known as the Political Party Registration Commission, was enacted in the 1991 Constitution, Act number 6 of 1991, Section 34, 1 to 5, and Section 35, 1 to 8. As a former legislator, I'm going to be quoting the Constitution and other instruments copiously for obvious reasons. So you're going to excuse me on that. Section 34.1. There shall be a political party registration commission which shall consist of 4 members appointed by the President. A, the chairman of the commission. B, the chief electoral commissioner. C, a legal practitioner nominated by the Sierra Leone Bar Association. And D, a member nominated by the Sierra Leone Labour Congress. I want to bring you to the PPRC Act of 2022 as amended. Section 12.1 talks about functions of the commission. And I quote, the object for which the commission is established is for the regulation, including registration of political parties. 2. Without prejudice to the generality of subsection 1, it shall be the function of the Commission to A. Regulate, supervise, and monitor the affairs of or conduct of political parties so as to ensure their compliance with the Constitution and this Act. B. Monitor compliance of political parties with the terms and conditions of their registration. And C. Monitor the accountability of political parties to their membership and to the electorates of Sierra Leone. And D. Promote political pluralism and the spirit of constitutionalism among political parties. And E. Mediate conflict or dispute within a political party between or among political parties. And F. Do all other things to contribute to the attainment of the object stated in subsection 1. Let me also draw your attention to the PPRC section 13. It states, and I quote, "The Commission shall, in the performance of its function, not be subject to the direction or control of any person or authority except as otherwise provided in the Constitution, in this Constitution or this Act." I want to also bring you to speed on the tenor of the APC executive ruling versus the directives. With this background, one can clearly see that the PPRC has powers that can execute independently without fear of favor. It is with this understanding in mind that Honorable Almami Ambassador Almami Kamara brought the attention of this commission that the All People's Congress APC party does not have the authority to extend the tenure of its current National Executive NEC and that of its National Advisory Committee NAC beyond February 18, 2026. That is supported by the PPRC Act number 25 of 2022. It's very clear and unambiguous when it comes to extension of tenure by political parties. In section 39(5) of the Act, it clearly states thus, and I quote, "A political party shall not extend the tenure of any of its executive for more than 6 months." End of quote. If we look at Article 5 of the March 7, 2022 APC Constitution under the rubric.
Na so Talek na the Fifth Hotel, Usai Honorable Ibrahim Rassim Buria, don't can make a position very, very clear for the PPRC where they allow the executive of the All People's Congress Party for go for another 6 years. For Magic Television, you know, Cornelius Sekuran.
The Justice Mohammed Bao na High Court number 2 at Shaka Stephen Street don't give bench warrant to one Abu Sise after we appear in a court for answer to sexual offense. We own Aisha Kagbo gets more.
Justice Mustafa Mohammed Bawo na High Court number 2 Shaka Stephen Street na Freetown don't give bench warrant for one man wey dem call Abu Sise after e no show na court for answer serious sexual offense charge dem wey na sexual penetration contrary to section 19 of the Sexual Offences Act 2012 as amended in 2019. According to the court record, the 8th September 2025, Abu Sise they face 2 counts under the Sexual Offences Act of 2012 as in don amend. Count 1 talk say the accused be meet one 9-year-old pikin, Mariam Ajawad, 30th May 2025 na Freetown with bad intention do mommy and daddy business with am, wey go against section 23, subsection 1, subsection A of the law. Count 2 talk say pan the same date and place, Abu Sise be do mommy and daddy business with the pikin, wey go against section 19 of the Sexual Offences Act 2012 as it don amend 2019. During the case, the state prosecutor R.B. Alston tell the court say the accused don fail for show na court plenty time, so he asked the court for give bench warrant, and that make Justice Mustafa Mohammed Bawo agree and order say make them arrest the accused any place where them see am. The court still talk say anybody wey sabi who say the accused, including the pikin im papa wey be dey na court, for quick report am to the police, and don adjourn the case go the 14 April 2026 for continue the matter. For Magic TV court updates, me na Aisha Kabo dey report.
Flick Fund Africa na one organization wey dey work for help bring development in Africa. As dem aim na for put strength inside film business and work for boost human capital development in the country. Magic TV be go waka na the Aberdeen office in Freetown and be talk to the director inside this interview. Flick Funds Sierra Leone Limited na one organization wey dem be open in Nigeria for help film industry dem pan funding and creativity, ideology, implementation and then distribution of them film them. Magic TV be go waka na the head office and be talk to the director for Salon chapter wey na Mr. Shola inside this interview.
My name is Shola Udeja. I am the director, one of the directors of Flick Fund Africa Sierra Leone Limited. I've been in Sierra Leone since 2007, so I'm not a new person. So I'm Sierra Leone.
Okay.
I'm Sierra Leone.
Okay.
Right, but the investment, we have a new arm of investment business, which is Flick Funds Africa Sierra Leone. And Flick Funds Africa Sierra Leone, it's a Pan-African investment platform, right? What we engage primarily is the funding of film projects, because we've noticed that one of the major gaps in film production in this continent has to do with funding, right? So we have set up this business, started it off from Nigeria, though it has a Pan-African footprint. We started off from Nigeria, and we set up in 2025 in Sierra Leone, right? And what we've done is to look at the gaps in terms of film production. What are the pain points for film producers in this country? And we identified that aside from funding, human capital is a major problem, right? Because for you to play at the global stage, you need to have productions of international standard. So once they're able to do that, play it up to an international standard, then the funding, that is where we come in, right? We are able to support with funding, to be able to produce these stories, right? But you must have the capacity to produce stories that will be appealing, both in terms of storyline and in terms of production values, that will be acceptable to the international audience. You need funds. You need funds for distribution, right? So there is a critical gap that Flick Funds Sierra Leone is filling, right? Aside from this, from the fact that we are going to be assisting in human capital development, we're also going to be involved critically in the funding of this film ideas.
Okay, so you established in Sierra Leone in 2025. So if we can go besides, you've already told us the purpose of coming to Sierra Leone. So so far, how do you observe the Sierra Leone film industry space?
The Sierra Leone industry has a lot of film industry has a lot of potentials. And this potentials is not only peculiar to Sierra Leone, it's an African heritage. They have very good stories, right? So stories is not the problem. We have authentic stories. We have stories that are authentically Sierra Leone, right? But the capacity, because we're not playing, for you to be at the global stage, we're not just operating within Sierra Leone. The world is now a global village, right? And for you to be able to maximize your investment in any of these film ideas, you need to produce it to your international standards, so that income can stream in from different platforms. You need to be able to have a distribution network that will make those products be out there in the international stage. And that is where we come in as well. Because we have a lot of affiliation with several distribution channels, right? But you need to first tick those initial boxes, right? Storyline, good. Production values, where are we? Do we have the, are we able to produce up to international standard, right? Because sometimes you might even have the equipment, but you might not be able to even utilize the equipment to the, you're not maximizing the potential of that equipment because you don't have the capacity. So sometimes you might not even just be in the equipment alone. Sometimes people have the equipment, but they don't know how to even maximize those equipment. You understand? So that is where we come in, right? Knowing the peculiarities of the African market and of the Sierra Leone market.
For Magic TV News, Edward Nyaketu the report. Don't forget to say you watch news where they come to you live on Magic Television on channel 38, YouTube, Facebook and all other social media handle them where you get we from right across the country. Well, we continue with we story them. AfriCell Sierra Leone through the AfriMoney service don't pull na do the trust fuel product we will reduce the challenge where keke and bike rider they get for buy fuel. Well, we on Aisha Kagbo been witness the program and put this together.
According to AfriCell Sierra Leone, this na one pandi wey the company dey work for support development na salon. The launching of the trust fuel product happened Thursday 26 March 2026 na the company in head office na Wilberforce. But wetin na the trust fuel product? Teresa Jane Wright na marketing supervisor na AfriCell. He said this product dey support keke and bike rider dem for trust up to 3 litre fuel na morning and pay back by the end of the day.
We come up with this product here, so trust fuel. With trust fuel now, you can forget 3 litre of fuel. So we partner station them using with tap to pay. And then you go to pay easy thing. Easy one. All through AfriMoney. You know, nice? Alright. So at AfriMoney, we go always now for make sure say Sierra Leoneans their life they become easier, more better, more improved. Anytime we bring a service or a product and fortunately we will remember. So we guide them, this is not for you. So we partner them and thank you for delivery. And today for trust fuel, we will empower on our hustle, with the support to our daily income, and also we will move salary forward. Alright? So let we grow together, move together, and succeed together with AfriMoney.
The company, through the same AfriMoney, get other products them, and one interesting one na the AfriCredit service wey go allow AfriMoney customer them for trust couple to AfriCell and pay back later. Alfred Lavalley na the corporate sales manager na AfriMoney. He tell people how the service dey work.
Like AfriMoney with AfriCell, so also AfriCredit na part of AfriCell. So within this AfriCredit, they are about. So we still get a license for level we give out loan service. So we now we esteem customers then. So when AfriCell want to give out loan service through AfriMoney, AfriCredit get the same partnership for level to make sure say we get the services they are available. So that's the reason why when you use the *161 hash, you go to option 5, you go under financial service. Since you go see, say you get AfriCredit. This AfriCredit now for level is the body. You know people like the movement all of the time, you require cash. In as much as you in a location where you find yourself, when you get the constraint or you get the hassle for they get access to cash. Because you know AfriMoney subscriber, the opportunity there for them able to reach out within your phone for them trust. So they come up with several products then through the AfriCredit.
So with that card now, you go onto your AfriMoney and you request for a trust fuel service. Once you request for the trust fuel service, the financial equivalent of 3 liters of fuel will be sent to the car. All you need to do to go to any of our partner fuel stations. You go there, there's a machine there, you tap, they give you 3 liters of fuel, you go and do your work. It's as simple as it must be. This service is one service that you have to belong to one of the parts so that we can identify you, and then you can sign up for the service with guarantee coming from your park chairman. Once we have all those filled out, then you have access to the card. The card is linked to your AfriMoney wallet. Anytime there is any activity, you will get an SMS to tell you what has happened, and you will get to know that you've redeemed your fuel, and this is how much it costs. Somebody may ask, what if the fuel prices change tomorrow, like they have done in the course of last week and the week before? You don't have to worry. We are guaranteeing you 3 liters of fuel at whatever cost. And then your obligation to us is that once you've used the 3 liters of fuel and you have gotten sales out of your activities, then you pay back AfriMoney to AfriCredit so that you can borrow again.
Other products wey AfriMoney, AfriCell don dey make people enjoy na the country, na the salary advance wey don dey allow workman dem wey dey AfriMoney forget advance salary, wey mean say you can take your salary before the month end. How the service dey work, Mr. Lavali again.
The salary advance can for cater for you where you work. The events where you choke, you find out say not all the time you burden before they go knock na you HR in the month, or through the time we will forget access. So this loan, the time go down pass. So for reduce all the burden and the constraints that they really get. Because you know AfriMoney subscriber, the facility available for you. Which you can do. Meet you HR, talk with you HR, say you want to be part of this service. Since the HR don't agree, we can get an agreement to the organization we do work. Really, they will get access for the service.
The corporate and sales manager for AfriMoney, AfriCell, end up say this loan na monthly loan wey go allow people for enjoy their salary. Now this launching, AfriCell be talk about plenty other products them wey dem customer them don dey enjoy. For Magic Television, Mina Fatima Sise will bring you that report today.
Plenty thank you to Fatima Sise. We be read that report today inside the studios, but the story be done by Aisha Kagbo. Well, we will take story them, but other country them. The United Nations don't pass one resolution Wednesday for recognize transatlantic slave trade as one criminal offense against humanity. The decision may welcome and right across West Africa and also the African Union. When see Avo wey Commander Benin talk say the United Nations designates the African slave trade as one of the most criminal events them wey don't happen against humanity. This then say na powerful acknowledgement for injustice where Africans suffer during slavery. The United Nations this then resolution where they celebrate right across Africa, na country they like Benin, Togo, and Ghana, and save West Africa as a whole. The transatlantic slave trade then talk say it affects the region and it hunts down beaucoup slave merchants them and slave ships them where they be full with beaucoup slave them for cross-go America or at the ports na Kude and Lagos. The resolution then say then welcome them as the transnational level by the African Union. And self inside one statement, then commend the Ghanaian for the initiative and talk say this is a historic decision where they don't make inside one important step towards truth, justice and healing. And self reinforce the urgent need for advice, the enduring legacy of Africans. The African Union chairperson where he be the talk about comprehensive acknowledgement for this historical impact where slavery left na the people in mind inside Africa. He carry on for talk say then go further for put strength inside some of them here as Africa need for get justice. And safe inside Nigeria, the Nigerian Lagos state don't talk say 7.5 million food insurance policy go cover people them in Nigeria. They talk about the insurance development one inside Thursday as the country in economic capital they face serious sea level and safe flood they link to climate change. The coastal mega city of Lagos and safe don't estimate say about 22 million inhabitants them don't face brutal climate change in the coastal area them. Outside the water don't rise to some level. That's now news about other country them. But now we go take the main point again. One member of the All People Congress, when a former member of parliament, when Ibrahim Bundu don't talk say he don't give PPRC 7 days ultimatum for make them revert the decision for give APC 6 months tenure inside the whole executive. And not talk say if PPRC no revert that decision they then go take the matter go to High Court. Flick Fund Africa now one organization where they work for bring development in Africa as they aim now for put strength inside film business we go help for boost human capital the development and save the country in economy. Well, that's the news we meet you from Magic Television, Channel 38, Facebook and all other social media handle them. May we make the news meet you today. May your name na Edward Nyake Tue. They say tata.